So what I'm thinking is I'm going to string a line between these two trees. I'm going to suspend the Lavvu from the rope and have it set here. I'm going to have a door facing this way. I think there's absolutely no wind here at the moment. There's a path one just along there. There's another path one along there. Another one runs between them a bit further away. So yeah, but I've chosen this spot because I am obscured by these holly trees. I think I might just get the Lavvu set up and then I can just try and grade my sleeping area a bit more once I've got something to lay on, but that's looking quite reasonable. I have got the tent stove with me, the winter well, but I need to try and find some wood which isn't wringing wet. I think before I do anything else, I'll better go on a hunt, see if I can find some wood. Very slim pickings in the wood department. So I'm going to have to go and get some more in a bit. Let's just start getting a bit set up, I think. What I really need is some fat wood. Got the sun coming through, that's nice. Okay, that seems to be pretty reasonable, so let's get some of the stuff in. It's hard to appreciate just how dark it is in one of these. So what's important is we get some kind of light on. Right, there we are. Bit of illumination. DD Magic Carpet XL size. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good actually. So it's worth spending a few minutes to get the ground just right before you commit yourself, because otherwise it's not a very good night's sleep. It's horrible. Right, even with this I shall still be using my bivvy bag because it's undoubtedly going to be damp and it's possibly getting down to -4 overnight. Some tea for tonight, first aid kit, head torch in case we need it, and a sleeping bag, that's all we need. So obviously getting these out you cannot do stealthily, no matter how much you try. I should try and be quiet. That wasn't too bad, was it? So I'm still using my bit of aluminium. It's been bent a lot more now. So this is the third time that I've had this stove in the Lavvu, and every time I'm making small changes. And when I finally get to something I think is going to work, I'll then make a nice proper one. So this is builder's mesh. So we normally used to use this. It's called brick tor. If you wanted to bed cement onto timber or something like that, you'd fix this on first, or on door frames, top of windows, and then that just helps the cement to get a hold. But yeah, it's quite perfect for this job. Well, as perfect as anything else I've got anyway. So what I've got now is with the Jubilee clip, and there's a smaller section so I can pull this up. And now that the fabric's nicely away from the stove point, so I think that's good. Well, it's getting pretty close to dusk now. It is getting very dark. I know it doesn't look like it at 26,000 ISO, but trust me, it's getting a bit dark. The last wood I got it's a good find actually. That's quite dry, so I think that should burn quite well. That's the first stuff I got is going to need a bit of encouragement. So if we can get a bit of a fire going, then we'll have to stack that up on top, I think, to let it dry, and then we should be okay. We've had quite a bit of rain on and off this week, particularly yesterday. It rained an awful lot. Yeah, an awful lot. So yeah, everything here is pretty wet, but it's nice to be in the woods, listening to the wildlife. So yeah, so after the Broads we had our community camp, which you might see little snippets of it. That's all over Instagram more than anything else. There's one or two bits on YouTube. That is about 1-2 degrees at the moment, and according to the forecast, it's going to get down to about -4 overnight. But once I'm in that bag, in the bivvy bag, in the big sleeping bag, I should be okay. Should be warm enough. It's just a bit damp because of the rain we've had. Everything's a bit damp. So that, and as you know, in England, damp means cold. They say where there's smoke there's fire, so hopefully, blimey, that is chundering out, isn't it? Absolutely. Right, starting to get a bit of a burn, so lovely. Let's try to eke the wood out a bit. Oh, that's gone quite well, so I wouldn't want to live on these, but if you're carrying a load of gear, obviously they are very light, so that, yeah, it's a big help. Because proper food does actually weigh a lot. I mean, I haven't had a huge walk in, but because I wanted to bring the fire, yeah, obviously that was a bit of extra weight. The actual rucksack was quite manageable. So roll on spring and summer, I mean, you can just come out without a fire. It'd be nice. Well, morning. That's not too bad at all. Right, we'll get some water on the boil, have a coffee, and then we'll start putting some of the gear away. I'm in 2 minds whether to have another fire in the Lavvu and cook the breakfast on the window well. I'll think about that for a minute. The fire was still working okay last night, but I was just drinking my coffee and I thought I can't see through the spark arrestor, and it's absolutely full of soot. So yeah, like I said, it was still burning okay. I didn't notice any excessive amounts of smoke coming out the bottom. You know, obviously it's not dry wood, is it? It's it's dry-ish, but so that's obviously what happens. So that's something to bear in mind, isn't it? Because if that blocks up, you know what happens. Yeah, if you're lucky, you wake up coughing. But yeah, very little wildlife, which is a bit of a disappointment. No deers barking, no owls. A distant jay squawking. Yeah, that's about it. Yes, and I've still got some wood left, so I'm just thinking what to do. I'll either light the fire in the Lavvu and cook some breakfast, or I take the Lavvu down and then light a fire and cook some breakfast. That's a tough choice. We did have a bit of a frost last night. Don't think it was as bad as they said. Probably not in the woods anyway. But you can see the dark ring where my Lavvu was compared to everywhere else now, which looks like it's dried out a lot. I think we're due a change in the weather. Gonna have some rain or snow heading our way in about an hour, so I think that means we've got no time to lose. Hopefully just enough time to knock up an omelette. So when you can't make up your mind between scrambled eggs or an omelette, remember this trick. Why not do them both? I think we are almost good to go. Yeah, these patches are good for your rubbish as well. So, yeah, guess who didn't bring his fork? I'll have a wander over there and find there's bound to be a puddle somewhere to empty it into. I don't want to put it here, obviously. Even though this is as wet as you like. If we're lucky, we'll get out here before the rain starts, because that wasn't forecast till much later in the day. And guess who didn't bring his waterproofs? Oh yes. What a wally. The car isn't a million miles away, only about 2, so make a fast walk. All gone, that's it. Breakfast is finished. Right, there we are. I think that's as we found it. That's where I placed my embers. Put some water on them and yeah, covered them with a molehill. That's going to rain very shortly, so